Well, good morning. Oh,
You do it for drink. Stick it to your knees. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. It's your last friend. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. That's my friend. It's your last friend. Thank you.
sorry, I was getting a little carried away. I was kind of getting into it. Okay, all
That
right.
song lives inside of me.
So that's what we're doing. So now it's a whole production. He lives in you. He lives in me. That's what we're doing.
So basically, for the foreseeable future, remember my other song, uh, Diamond, and what was her mother?
You're not talking
This
about.
song lives inside of me in the same way. So if you ever just catch me, like if you're like Dominion, Dominion, Dominion. In my head, I'm like, sing it over, let the Gucci breathe. Sing it over, hands on your knees, hands on your knees, hands on your knees. Now shake that ass for Dre, now shake that ass for me.
Listen,
That's literally what's going on in my head at the moment.
Lord have mercy. Well, listen. Hey, people. First of all, let's give a shout out number one to motherfucking Lola. Lola. Baby, I am so happy to see you. I was looking at these messages you was posting. Says, what is going on? What happened, girl? Did something? What is going on? Is there something on my beard? What is this? Some of the food that I was eating? What's this? Oh no, it's just white. Okay, all right. What's going on, Lola? I mean, I'm glad you are here early. Listen, as someone who is perpetually running at least 15 minutes late.
At a minimum.
I recognize that shit happens and your life kind of gets all in the midst of everything. You want to be a little late, but I appreciate you being in here because I hate that you missed the show. So I'm pretty excited about you being here. And
you're the first one to be here too.
Right. And you twerking too. Listen. Shake that make that listen, I'm here with it. Eccentric always. First of all, good afternoon, good day, good evening. How's everybody doing?
I'm not hearing it. I'm sorry. I'm just finishing the last of this delicious pineapple cream cheese pound cake that I made over the weekend.
We're gonna talk about that in a second. But listen, first of all, Lola, I'm glad you're here. Take care of yourself.
Celebration was shaking her ass. See, that's how you broke your knee in the first place.
We're not judging. We're not judging. We're not judging. We're not gonna judge.
We're not judging. We're just observing.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about the time that you woke up, outside in a tent with one shoe on, barbecue sauce on your left ankle, and mustard on your nipple, and here it is, the second time that this didn't happen. We're not gonna talk about that. We just not gonna talk about it. So, but I also
the ankle. Sorry.
Yeah. So I'm also saying thank you so much for being here. Glad you're here. Eccentric, always early, always one of our on time folk and coming in. So we definitely appreciate you for doing that. Looking forward to you being in the comments. Looking forward to you being here.
Oh no, Aunt Lola fell down. Aunt Lola fell down the stairs. Oh Lord, help me, Lord Jesus! I'm falling down the stairs. Still falling. I'm halfway down now.
So Lola, first of all, I'm glad you're okay.
Yes.
I am gonna laugh because that brings back so many memories.
Yes.
Our bunny fell down the steps. And I'm
mad. Our bunny fell down the stairs again. Oh Lord Jesus, Lord help me! I'm falling down the stairs. I'm halfway down now.
She said, "I get every
damn one on the way down." Poor thing.
I hope that you are okay and that you are doing a lot better than you were, the day after. So I'm glad. But I definitely appreciate you guys being here. Listen to the whole fam. What's up, y'all? Glad y'all in this joint. Like that's what we doing. We happy to see y'all and stuff. Right and things. It's 2024. What's going on? How we going to do this? How we going to bring this more? How we going to bring this intro in now that we in 2024? What we doing? How we doing this?
I know the month's almost over already.
Yeah, Lola started off, so we know Lola gonna be here. Then we know Eccentric is gonna be here as well. I'm not gonna mention nobody's name, but I'm gonna just go ahead and say, it sounds like Fuji Girl is not here yet, or at least hasn't left a message yet. So hopefully everything's okay with her. Number one.
Right.
Number two, she
Where
not
you
here.
at, Gert?
She not here.
Right.
So we're gonna roll this tape back when she goes back and look at the beautiful.
And we're gonna be like,
okay. All right. But we just had to talk about a little bit so she could get the little, that little Jamie Summers with the
right. She heard it in there.
Right. She was like,
these motherfuckers talking about me. Wait a goddamn minute.
Okay, Jamie Summers. Okay, aka Bougie Girl. Okay, all right, girl. I see you. All right. Welcome, love. Glad you here. Maximus. Hey, good motherfucking afternoon, Maximus. How the hell are you doing? And listen, happy belated New Year's, baby. Yeah. So happy belated birthday. And I know he has some stuff that's planned for himself. So, girl, I got you. But we're gonna talk about this after, but I got some other shit going on. So anyway, we're gonna talk about that. But anyway, listen, thank y'all for coming out tonight. We are having a show because that's what we do. I am now coming to you live from, Dominion has the Gay Boy Mansion. And so I will probably,
you're in the Gay Boy penthouse.
I'm in I call it more like
the city and the penthouse in the city.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it more like the cute condo. That's what I'm gonna call it. I think the triple C, the cute condo. So we in the Gay Boy cute condo. One, this is the Studio B because we were in Studio A before. This is Studio B, so this is where we are.
Gotcha.
Some other things.
I missed the piano.
Listen, this in that's in Studio A over in the triple C. So, and the pain is penthouse that could work too, Bougie. That could work. As a matter of fact, why don't y'all send me y'all best suggestions for this new room over here at the triple C, the cute condo, and or the pain is penthouse, or whatever. Just give me some cute ideas, and we gonna brand it for that and start off with 2024 because y'all been here all this time. So I mean, wait, she lives in the slut kitchen she shed. You know what? I'm gonna allow that. Listen, I'm gonna allow that, and I'm gonna tell you why. You know why I'm gonna allow that? Because bitch, I can't see out one eye. Get into it, Maximus.
Is there a story there that we?
Who
can't see out of one eye?
Of course, there's a story there. When I walked past that hooker, and all of a sudden, all I saw was dick shooting up, and she just put my.
Oh yes. You told us that story when we were talking about people being swallowed up.
Right. Swallow. And listen, he was getting ready to be swallowed up. Just on the other end by somebody else. But I mean, it is what it is. So, that's where we are. The Lavish Lotioned Lounge. Come on, Bougie Girl.
I love it. I love that.
And I'm mad that she's talking. Listen, you won't see no Jergens up in here. The Jergens ain't in this room. The Troyer Almond ain't up in here. But it's close, but it ain't in here. So, but I appreciate that. So, but
you got the Tussie.
Actually, I do have a bottle of Tussie. Thank you so much. I have the roll on, and I also still have some cream. Thank you.
There you go. No, I know what you got. Queen Helene.
Queen Helene's hair conditioner. You goddamn betcha. You get your plastic bag. You put that Queen Helene in your hair. You tie that plastic bag on.
And that and the Queen Helene cocoa butter.
Oh, now wait a minute. No. Now I ain't do it. Listen. Queen Helene cocoa butter has a place in just about every person's house at some point in time.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, we already know that Queen Helene, she ain't no good. That lotion, child, she like one step up from water. Like she just, she just, it ain't nothing.
It's creamy water.
That's all it is. So, but today is Wednesday, January 24th. It has been a week already. We just came back and it's been a week already. So tell us how your week went in the comments so we can talk about that. And how's your week been so far, Dominion?
My weekend was good and quiet, so I am happy. Hey, Devon. My weekend was nice and quiet, so that was lovely. I made myself, as I said, a pineapple cream cheese pound cake and shoveled snow.
There's a question on the floor. There's one question on the floor. I'm sorry, not a question, a comment. Ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and put it out here.
Mm-hmm.
My barista did call me and specifically said to me, hey, there is a lemon cream cheese pound cake here.
Pineapple.
Pineapple
cream cheese pound cake
that is here for you. So it was like a small little cake thing. I said, oh yeah, I'll buy it. Bitch, I got busy and I wound up not even remembering that the motherfucker was even made.
And that cake is gone now, so.
But there's a piece for me. That's what you're saying now? See what I'm saying? See, you watching this? You watching this. You are watching this on the screen as he sits there and licks the plate. But it's okay, because I'm going to go on record and say that I did not show up. I kind of pulled a bougie girl. I did not show up. And this is what happens when you don't show up. And it's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
It's okay, bougie girl. This was the piece that fell on the floor anyway, so.
Oh, but Bougie's saying, oh, he called you. She said her phone didn't even ring or text message or nothing. And I think you are closer to her, aren't you? Aren't you kind of geographically closer? Aren't you about
why you gotta be, starting mess? Why you gotta be starting mess? Why you gotta be, listen, they ain't gotta be a cake for neither of you hoes. So
like it's just 5 minutes away, like a 5 minute drive, like a $5 foot long.
See, you tried it, bitch. You tried it. See how that worked?
Mm-hmm. It's a 5 minute drive. Mm-hmm. But it's all right. We back. We here. We good.
Watch this.
She tried to mute me.
Listen, look around, everybody on mute. So the weekend was quiet. I got some stuff done around the house. I put together some furniture. I rearranged my little foyer. So I got a fabulous. So here I was, right? So Saturday I decided I needed to go out and do some shopping. So I was at the BJ's and then I was at the TJ Maxx. Here's the thing. I should never go into a Home Goods or a TJ Maxx or a Marshall's. Now, Ross, she's a little second tier. Ross, you got to dig through too much stuff. I needed to be a little bit more organized because I like a TJ Maxx or a Marshall's or Home Goods level of organization. Ross be like, all of the shit is just piled up and you got to dig through it. Now, don't get me wrong. Occasionally you will find, a cute piece, but, I need my shit a little bit more organized.
But they are having their 49-cent sale that I've heard, and actually is supposed to have started yesterday, I think it was, or today it was.
No, I got a house full of crap. But when I was out on Saturday, first of all, the first thing that happened was I was at BJ's, and so here I am, putting myself in the car, and then I get ready to walk across the Marshalls, and I look in the cart, and there is a huge bottle of honey just sitting in a cart in the parking lot that somebody left. So I was like, so now I got a free bottle of honey because it was just literally sitting in the cart. So there's that. So then I went to Marshall or TJ Maxx, And as I'm walking, I was like, girl, there's probably nothing in here. I don't need to have my ass in here. There's nothing in here for me. I don't say, what? And so now I found a cute little teak bench for my bathroom. So you could sit. So here's the vision. Here's the vision. I want you to close your eyes, right? Close
Lord,
your eyes. I want you to feel it. I want you to feel it. I want you to feel the steam
but you are
rising
never
around
out
you
of this
with
bathroom.
your little bath steam, your little eucalyptus or your little lavender bath steamer. So you're getting scented steam just wafting over you as the hot water comes in and you're sitting in the little bench in your little bathroom. So that's what I got now.
You ain't
So,
never coming out the bathroom ever.
You what?
You ain't never coming out the bathroom ever.
Not never. Listen, and if I can somehow figure out how to, or if I ever get the impetus to change the plumbing so that the pipe goes up and comes down into the ceiling, and I can get me one of them big ass plate
The
rainforest shower heads, baby. Yes, good Lord. So I bought that. And I just bought some other bullshit and out in the store, just having a good time. And then I came back and made the cake, and it was a relaxing weekend.
Okay.
Then we go with the bullshit at work, and the work bullshit is just like normal work bullshit. I cannot even wait until I finish this certification. Because if I finish that certification on Friday, my resume is going to start circulating on Monday. Because these girls.
This is the PMP?
Yes. These girls is not stressing me, stressing me. It's stressful, my dog. It's stressful. They are so stressful. And there's only one thing that makes me feel better. Shake that ass for dream, let's shake that ass for me. Let that cool breathe. Shake that ass for hands on your knees, hands on your knees, hands on your knees. Shake that ass for dream, let's shake that ass for me. Now shake that ass for me. Exactly.
So
exactly, bougie girl. Just pop it right on. Pop that handstand. Come on.
Right. Hey, Bear Marvin, how are you? Thanks for joining us again. You were here last week. Glad you came back. So glad you're here.
Yes, thank you for coming through.
Yes. Deviant, I didn't even see you in there. I remember Dominion saying something. So hey. But just saying hello to everybody. But listen. So for you, it's been a week.
Yes. How was your week?
For me, it feels like it's been an entire month.
It's been a lifetime.
Because listen, these babies over here at the Black Degree Factory just don't quite get it. Like they just listen. I get it that you're doing. They're not listening, which is really the basis of all.
And that's the problem right there.
So we tell them from day one, hey, when you send your information in, you'll be considered for all the stuff that you get. When you get your packages, it'll have everything in there as far as what you're eligible for, scholarship, everything that you would have got. Why do you still turn around after you know exactly how much money you're getting in this form, that form, and the other forms, so between scholarships, loans, grants, works, everything you're going to get? Why do you turn around in the middle of the year and walk in and say, is there more money that I can actually get? Which is not necessarily a bad question. But the point is, you knew what you were getting from the beginning. So when you decide to help yourself by doing
fucking around all this time and not doing what they're supposed to do.
Well, not even that, but when you knew from the beginning that if the Black Degree Factory is going to cost you, and I'm going to just use round numbers, if it's going to cost you $57,000, and you got money, you got enough money to cover 35, then baby, this is some simple math that you need to do right here. So when you subtract the 35 from the 57, those numbers do mean something. That just means how much you are going to have to pay to cover all those costs. So when you decide to take out these loans to cover those costs, that you have done all the self-help that you can actually do for yourself. There's no additional money. We did that at the beginning. And if for the life, it does not matter what the next level up scholarship is,
because you don't qualify for it.
You're not going to get it. Period. But that's not what you want to hear. What you want to hear is you want to hear yourself talk about how you had to take out $30,000 worth of loans and no one is helping you. Well, no, we helped you from day one when we talked about what you got in your package. We showed you how to
Wait a minute, though. No one is helping you, girl. Bitch, no one helps you in life. The only person that's going to help you in life is you.
When we sat down with them and literally said, this is your stuff. You got this, and this. Okay, so then there's a deficit. You have to make this up. You do this with a private loan. You do this with some outside scholarships. You do this with a plus loan. Like, we give you options. We even tell you, listen, we understand life happens and crap may happen. Your parent may apply, and for whatever reason, their credit may not get them approved. And that's okay. If they don't get approved, then guess what? You get additional money. Like, we talked about all that stuff. But here it is. You now come into our office because you mad because you done got through this first semester. Now we're in the second semester. So your same charges that you had for the first semester are going to be the same charges you had for the spring semester, the second semester. Now you don't have no money because you're trying to get registered. You want us to lift the hold and we got to figure out how we can get you to get registered. No, we don't.
We ain't got to do shit.
Because you knew this at the beginning before you even came here. You knew how, because we talked to you. You know why I know? Because they called us in on Saturdays and Sundays to actually have these conversations with you during the week when you came in person. And I had to talk to you. And I talked to you I had the whole big PowerPoint presentation. We talked about all this stuff. I did that with you. So please don't tell me that we didn't tell you that, because I know that's what I did.
Right.
Now, after all that, then it's a thing of, well, they weren't very helpful. Well, of course we weren't helpful because
the only thing that you would consider helpful is if someone suddenly gives you an interest-free check for $25,000, $30,000, and we done told you that that's just not how shit works around here.
That's not how it works. So on top of all of that, we have extended the registration period, which I have funded. Like, there's some compliance issues in my head because I've been doing this for so long. But listen, I am not the person of interest. I am not the designated person that will sign off on any of this stuff. I am not the person they're going to come to and say something about this. But we've extended this deadline. So we've given you extra time. We've even allowed it for the snow and everything else. You still can't get your shit together. Now I'm going to go one further. In most cases, when you are not registered, when you don't have any money to cover your balance, and you can't get registered after a certain point, we usually drop you from classes, or most schools will drop you from classes. And because you've missed the registration period, you SOL, you got to come back the next semester because you can't get in. We can't register you for a 16-week class in week number 9 and say you've been here all week. We can't do that.
Right.
So now that you know that this is going to happen, what do we do? What does our upper administration do? They decide to push some stuff back. But I'm going to tell you that next month, at the end of the month, we're going to have the same questions and same problems that we had this month. And earlier this month. And last semester. And last year. So if people just pay attention to what we got going on, they would, and even if you just paid attention at the beginning, because listen, it is very basic math. Dominion, I'm giving you a whole package, and it says Dominion Onyx, you're gonna get 50 something, you have to charge of $57,000, and we're gonna give you $35,000. You already know from the door you short.
Right.
You either are going to figure out how to make it work or go somewhere else where it works for you.
Right.
But once you make that decision to go here, knowing that you are short,
you got to figure out that rest.
So Yeah, that's one of my issues, and I'm having a little issue with that. But anyway, but that's been a whole week of that. We've had a whole month of that. It's coming to an end. It's got to a point where it's gotten a little bit more manageable. Now it's just the day-to-day nonsensical BS that I have to deal with because I'm, just some other things within the office and a new manager underneath me and working with the people and all that good stuff. So it's getting better.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also giving more time for me to be annoyed because
Right.
now I have more. Now that I supposedly have more free time because I have somebody else to do this other stuff. Now I'm being asked to do other things, and I'm like, hold up.
Well, duh.
So,
well, you know what'll make you feel better?
This is what love feels like. I don't want it. If this is what love feels like, you can keep it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. You can have it. You can have it. You can have it.
See, that's when, whenever it gets to be too much, like, if this is what love feels like, I don't want it. If this is what love feels like, you can keep it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. You can have it. You can have it. You can have it.
all of it. And because yes, I do know that we've had that conversation, and we're gonna have some more conversations because there's some nonsense that we will probably talk about that I'm gonna have to talk to you about and let you know what's going to go on.
Right.
But in any event, but other than that, the week has been good. Like I said, we moved over into Studio B in the what's now going to be called the Triple C, the Q condo, as we're gonna call it. And but we have some other stuff that's coming up, and yeah, just looking forward to actually a great month,
yes.
A great year, and yeah, just trying to be as positive as I possibly can. I have a lot of things that I'm realizing once you sit down. Most New Year's, I don't make a whole bunch of resolutions. I spend New Year's with in a very tight circle of friends, and we've shared that with and I. So one of the things I always think about is like I don't try to make resolutions, but I just think about the things that I've already gone through, the things that I'm appreciative of, and the things that I'm glad I know I can do. And so it just makes me really just be more appreciative of what is in store for me for the year, because I know I can do it last year, and I know I can do it this year. You know what I mean? So I just that's how I feel about it. So I'm just looking forward to seeing what this year brings, and whatever comes, I'm going to have to deal with it, like most of our students dealing with their tuition bills. I'm going to have to deal with it, but I'm still looking forward to it, and what my creative mind will do. So again, I'm excited about that. So, but anyway, enough of that. Like I said, that's all of that to say that my week has been weeky, and I'm good.
It's been a very weeky week.
Yes, I'm good with that.
I'm looking for a quiet weekend. I was actually thinking at some point I want to go to the spa, and just relax, relate, and release. So let's have a conversation. Did we ever go to Balian? I went to Balian. Did you come with me to Balian?
I did not. We did King
Spa. Yeah.
King Spa, and we did the other one,
Spa World, but that was a long time ago though.
Yeah, like that. Those are only two ones that I've done.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll figure something out.
But that isn't the Balian one. It was coming like Club Balian or whatever, because they were going up on the.
Well, that was why they raised the prices to keep your cousins out from from cutting up and carrying on.
That's what
it's like $200, but it's like an adult day club. So it might be a cute little set for the weekend. We'll do it once, or we can do it. Maybe we'll figure it out. In the meantime, I have something, some fun stuff for us to take a look at.
And let's roll it.
But don't ever accuse me of man-on-man activity, not when
Wait.
I'm this
I gotta get it back to the beginning.
I'm straight. Honey, I am straighter than a folded ladder. Honey, I am straighter than an old lady's dentures. I have never been with a man in that way, honey. I have never been swallowed up. I have never been swallowed up. Have you been swallowed up? Because I have never been swallowed up. I have never gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming. Honey, the only time I have ever been held by a man was when my father held me the day I was born. Honey, I love women like I love a good Netflix series. Honey, I have a girlfriend right now. And do you know what we do? When I get home, I flick her bean. Her bean! And she loves it. Honey, we take turns flicking that bean. It's like a little tennis match. Paw, 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 paw. Got the bean dizzy. Honey, I had that bean like, wait a minute, baby. Going too fast. I'm a certain bad. Don't ever accuse me of man-on-man activity, not when I'm this straight, this hetero, this masculine. These lips have never touched another man's face, another man's lips, another man's neck, another man's chest. Me with another man? Honey, I'll never do it. You'll never see it. It'll never happen. I'm too hetero for these gays. I wish you'd go away, but all the women stay. I love you all.
Listen, this young man
is hilarious.
or person is winning the motherfucking internet already for me. Because
Yeah.
when I tell you everything that comes out of his mouth, I am dying.
Oh, fucking hilarious.
I am dying. So, hey, Des, I see you here.
So I got another one. So here's what I hate about the internet and TikTok. Everybody, and I'm saying everybody for a reason.
Right.
Everybody and their mama think that just because they got a computer and a phone that they are qualified to do restaurant reviews. Everybody think that they Keith Lee out this bitch. And with that, I give you a review of Urban Crab Boil.
If you have Crafty Crab, Cook and Rail, or Hot and Juicy on your list and you live in the DMV area, please scratch them off. This is Urban Boil in Forestville, Maryland. Yes, Forestville, Maryland. When I first got in there, I was surprised by what I seen. The games in the lounge area, the full bar. It was nice, clean, and spacious, and they even be having go-go bands there some nights. The night before, a backyard band was there if you're interested in go-go. This is where I waited. Sat us. She served us some oil-based garlic buttery sauce with some toasted loaf bread. I wasn't too interested in that. We went ahead and got into the drinks. I wanted that drink in the middle. This is what they gave me. It was a no for me. It was rubbing alcohol, and I wasn't trying to be rolling over and crying in the parking lot. So I got my usual, which is the lemon drop, and I was satisfied with that. We got into the appetizers, the boom boom shrimp, nice and fried. The sauce wasn't too overpowering. I give them a 10 out of 10. Blue crab ragoons with the crab balls. My friends said were good. This is why I said scratch the others off the list. First, the customer service is an ant, but look at the quality of the food and the nice amount of sauce.
They be having go-go bands up there, which is immediately a reason why I will never go, because I'm too old to be ducking and dodging and fighting the girls and running from bullets and shit on a Wednesday. All I wanted was some sausage and potatoes with some garlic butter sauce.
Bougie, like Forestville, like listen, Bougie, I might have to meet you over there, girl, because I know you.
Now, let's just be clear. I'm not saying I won't go.
I'm just saying I'm gonna have to go because listen, I love a good crab boil, and like when they put it together like that. What I don't like, some of the places I've been before, they had their sauce is like, it's like really thick and like almost like a tomato paste. I don't like that. I want it to be juicy, and from what I saw in that bag, it's juicy. It's not. It doesn't look like that thick like tomato paste or like spaghetti sauce. I don't want it to look like that, but I like the thin stuff. So that looked kind of good. Like I definitely would do that. So Bougie, like what's up, girl? I mean, you gonna show up or like what's going on? What's up?
Right, eccentric. What'd you say? Rolling around the parking lot crying.
And then yeah, but that's my part now. You mad because you can't drink no motherfucking liquor. That's your issue. That ain't nobody else's issue.
So first of all, I know we can't hang because if you can't hold your liquor, then we can never hang. But that's a whole other story. We probably would never hang for a number of reasons. So I'm going to share this tab next. Now this is I I'll read you the story. So, Virginia middle school teacher allegedly pulls AR-15 on students following doorbell prank. So, a middle school teacher, 35-year-old Dorinda, not Dorinda, Doronda. So you already know it's some shit. Doronda Bailey of Walker Grant Middle School in Fredericksburg was arrested and charged with 5 counts of brandishing a firearm. The incident occurred when a group of girls played Ding Dong Ditch, ringing Bailey's doorbell. In response, Bailey allegedly chased them, pointing an AR-15. So, the Fredericksburg Police Department reported the event around 4:30 p.m. on Friday. Parents called the police after their children were threatened. Despite being initially taken into custody without bond, Bailey has since been released. Some parents expressed concern, feeling the school administration is supporting the teacher. We await a response from Fredericksburg Public Schools. Now, first thing, that's Doronda. It's something about this thing is not doing it. But y'all see what Doronda look like. Doronda don't look like she for the Doronda does not look like she is for the shits at all. Second, they should have been fucking around playing on her door. And you know what they learned?
Where's the picture of Doronda? Did I miss that? I'm sorry.
It for some reason the way that this is, it's not
showing. Okay, all right. No, I just want to make sure.
No, but hold on, you got to watch it. See?
Oh, there she is. Okay, there.
Yeah, Doronda don't look like she is about the bullshit. Now, I'm not saying Doronda should have pulled a semi-automatic rifle on the kids, but I understand. Because let me tell you, the kids don't. That's not the first time they done that to Doronda. She was in the middle of taking, I'm going to be graphic. She was in the middle of taking a luxurious shit. You know how you do, where you just take off all your clothes. You're just going to sit on the toilet. You're just going to enjoy the experience. You are off work. You are going to relax. And someone rings the doorbell. So you're like, well, shit, let me get up. Let me get myself halfway together and run down, only for these bitches to be playing. And you're just like, okay, girl, that happens once. They have done this. I'm supposing here. They have done this to Doronda, not Dorinda. Doronda. It's Doronda. DAROOOOOOONDA. Doronda.
But wait, get into the fact that he was like, Doronda just said she just took her bra off too. And we know that is the ultimate comfort for most women. They'd be like, oh, girl.
Exactly. She'd have taken her bra off. She'd have got real comfortable. She was either taking a good shit or just lying down or whatever. And then she got to run downstairs from her house. And she answered the door and them kids is fucking around. And they know that's what's her name, Doronda. She's a teacher, right? So Doronda Bailey. So everybody know that's where Miss Bailey lived. So we're going to go play Ding Dong Ditch. So they done that to that woman probably dozens, if not hundreds of times. And she finally was like, I'm going to teach you little motherfuckers a lesson. Listen. I teach you during the daytime. You're going to learn a lesson that Miss Bailey is not about the play.
She is not about the play. She ain't doing it.
So again, like I said, I'm not saying she should have chased the kids down the street with a semi-automatic weapon, but I understand.
Listen, we ain't even gonna talk about this, but listen, get out of here, Clark. Listen, we already know Doronda. We already know what Doronda is. When you said she done took her wig off, put it on the on the lampshade. We already know that this is Doronda's hair. This right here.
Exactly.
Hair. We know it to the doorknob. Listen. She had that thing. Listen, it was hanging up like this.
Exactly.
And she's sitting there doing like this. She's like, "Whoa, Jesus!" She got that hair on the side,
scratching it underneath the wig cap, because she ain't take the wig cap off yet. She don't take the wig cap off until she's really ready to go to bed and relax.
That's the end of the night. That's definitely end of the night.
Right.
Oh man.
So yeah, so she was pissed. So I got a few Instagrams. This first one.
Outside to my damn car right now. You know you're supposed to be here. You
Wait a minute. Did she just say Joanne? Like she called her name out. Is that what she did?
Yes. So this woman has a daughter who is 16 years old who is in this club. So she put on her rattiest short robe, put a shirt on, no bra, because you can see her titties right here. And listen, there's nothing wrong with having a gunt, but her whole gunt is hanging out.
Listen.
And she got on an old slick back shower cap, and she got in the car, came down to the club. Deronda, you better get your ass in this car right now, or I will shut this shit down.
Listen, she knew that she was coming in there to wreck some shop. That's all that she knew. She was like, I ain't doing this shit. She's like, you want to play these games? You want to play? Listen, as our mother would say, you want to play pussy? You get fucked. That's how my mother used to say shit like that. I'd be like, oh my God, Mom, like, what your mouth? Oh
exactly. And then here go Deronda in the back, like, can just imagine you being 16 years old, you in the club, and your mother show up. Your mother does not have a gun, but your mother show up with a crop top, her titties out, a robe.
So let me just say this. Listen, Mary Alice would show up. She ain't gonna show up like that. She gonna show up. She's gonna be real cool, calm, and collected. She gonna look like she gonna listen. She gonna get dressed. Because that's my mother's thing. You know, if she runs to the store, she gotta get everything together.
Mm-hmm.
But baby, the way that mouth is getting ready to open up and like that jaw's getting ready to unhinge, she'll be like, yeah. It's this one. I'll be like, oh my God! Like when your parents yell your name, you'll be like,
mm-hmm.
It's like nails on a chalkboard. You'll be like, what? Ooh. And if she had walked up behind me, thank God. Thank God.
Devon said, nothing beats your mother showing up at MAL. But your mama was working MAL.
She would listen. We're not gonna talk. Listen, Kirk. That is my listen.
That was hype. That was a good moment, at least for us. Yes, yeah. I would have been embarrassed if it had been my mama too, but it wasn't my mother, so it was a lovely experience for me.
But listen, she was cool as hell. She was on top of everything. She was like, and then what she said was, she was just like, you good. But baby, when I tell you she gave us the VIP treatment at MAL, baby, listen.
Well, here we go.
Loving it.
Next.
Loving it.
Hello? Hold up, bitch. Excuse me? Hello? Hold up, bitch.
That is how they be answering the door at the Wendy's and be like, hello? Could you wait a motherfucking minute? I swear to God, you know that the Checkers right there on the corner of New York Avenue and Bladensburg Road?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I have been there. It's been like 2:00 in the morning, and you like, girl, I just need a cheeseburger or something before I go to bed. And you answer the phone and they're like, hello, can I get a big Buford? Can I get a big Buford, a medium fry? Could you wait a motherfucking minute? I'm like, God damn.
Yeah. Listen, but that side of town already, you got some issues going on because A, where it's located,
right?
B, what time of night it is, C, whatever clubs are coming out, because that's a whole different set of people that come out of them clubs. And it's like,
exactly.
I remember when I was driving Lyft, I went over it a couple times. I was like, nope, I'm not doing this. On Thursday, if I got any ride that was in Virginia on a Thursday night, I'm not doing it. Because that club down there, Spider Kelly's or whatever, baby, absolutely not. They were like, the way they were talking to me, and one girl, she said something, she's like, just do your job and I will report you. And I said, do you think I give a fuck about who you are reporting something? She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was like, no, sit your ass in the back, put your motherfucking seatbelt on and roll that fucking window down. And when you roll it down, I'm going to lock it. She was like, but I don't have a mask. Listen, it's cold. You should have thought about that. You had no fucking mask. Lock, drive. Pulled up in front of her house and I was like, skirt. She was like, thank you. I was like, skirt. Fuck this bitch. And it's like 12 o'clock at night because it was like my last ride. And I was like, bitch, I am tired. Baby, listen. Woo! To avoid all that, nope, not that side of town. Nope.
Gotcha.
Nope. Lord have mercy, Des.
Now, you mentioned to me you just had a date while we were out here videotaping.
Right, I did. It was a $20 jack off. He's fairly quick. He's a regular of mine. I have a lot of those because, like I said, this is my block. I have a lot of regulars, so I try to stay away from the new guys since we have an undercover beef going on. But at any rate, normally my prices are 30 for head, 40 for sex, 60 for both. And I get special days too, meaning if it's hot as hell out here, you'll get the special, which is $20 head, I catch no mess. Or you get 30 for sex only or 40 for both. And that meaning head and pussy for both. So rarely do I do specials. Let's clear that up. Right now, this is not a special day because it's tolerable heat out here. The wind is blowing. So people are stuck with the 60 for both, but let me out.
Tell me, what does the future hold for you? Do you want to stay out here on the street? Now,
first of all, the shade. Tell me, what does the future hold for you? Do you want to stay out here on these streets?
Listen, the fact that this young lady is about her business, and when I tell you she's talking about she has specials because she's like, it's too motherfucking hot. I thought she was getting ready to say, no, you paying for the hotel. I'll pay for the hotel because it's got air conditioning, bitch. And you come in or something like that. But baby, she's like, I like Bougie said, I catch no mess.
I'm with Lola. Why does this seem cheap? I'm like, so let me just break down that price structure.
It is very cheap.
$20 for a hand job. First of all, there is no shade to anybody who can't use their hand or lost their hand or whatever, but I'm not paying for something that I can do to myself. So I am never going to pay someone to jack me off because I can do that. I have been doing that. If you are a male-bodied individual who is in touch with their maleness and loves their penis, you have been touching yourself since you are an infant. And once you learn that you could jack off and come and achieve pleasure by yourself, me paying for that is just a no. Even like when I meet someone and they're like, hey, you want to meet up and jack off together? It's like, no, bitch, I don't need to jack off. I can look in the mirror if I want to see somebody else jack off. I need someone to do something to me or with me that I can't do to myself. I can't suck my own dick. I'm just not that flexible. Exactly. But then, let's get to the head prices. She said on a regular day, $30 for head, $40 for pussy, or $60 for both. I'm just going to get your mic out because listen, your pussy is trash if you are only selling it for $40.
I will concur with that because I'm getting ready to say, at a bare minimum, if you're not talking about a motherfucking $100 bill,
right?
There's no point.
And $60 for like Lola said, $60 for half and half. I'm like, really? So you are giving them the full combo for $60? $60. That's less than a meal at Red Lobster.
That is also a pair of sneakers.
A pair of cheap sneakers? Skechers. Listen, I love Skechers. God knows I do. But a good pair of Skechers is at least $75.
You caught them on sale, and it's a good, cheap sneaker. Listen, I'm going to give you a Philadelphia classic. Motherfucking high top Reeboks. Baby, we would get them motherfucking sneakers, high top Reeboks. Bitch, at some point, they was like $30. Baby, I must have had like 4 different pair of them. As long as they was white, they was cool. Listen, $30, $40. You get 2 or 3 pair, you keep them. Listen, shell toe Adidas at one point were less than $50. I would keep a pair of shell toes. Keep them.
Right. And she got the whole paradigm fucked up because when it's hot, you're supposed to charge more for the pussy when it's hot outside, not less, because no one wants to be out there sweating. So if you got to sweat and go through all of that extra stuff, because it's 99.95 degrees with 117% humidity, you're supposed to charge more for the pussy, not less.
But listen, I don't know.
Game all fucked up.
Listen, she must have missed macro or econ or something in school or college. I don't know what she done missed that because the demand and the product and
her math ain't mathing, but you know, God bless her ministry. And she thought she said something when she was like, "Oh, I don't do mess." I was like, "Yeah, girl, you do mess."
Oh, wait a minute, Nichelle. Hey, love, I'm so glad you're on here. Please do me a favor and text message me because I have someone that I want to connect you with to talk. We'll talk about that afterwards. Wait a minute, go ahead. Sorry.
Desmond said, "Y'all can't take her." No, girl, we don't want her.
Listen, and I'm a speak on a real good dear friend of mine who is no longer here. But at one particular point, that's how they was making their money. Baby, them prices ain't gonna work. They wasn't gonna work back in 1990 nothing, and they definitely not gonna work at this particular point either. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I mean, God bless her ministry, but honey, you need to find a better block or something, or a better class of customers or something, because
you better change your location. You better go from the cheap side of town over to the upper class. Because listen, like, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm not in her position. I don't know. I don't even know that young lady. She might actually like what she's doing. And
I mean, you can like it, but you know, if you out there, you know what Diamond say, you got to use what God gave you to get what you need. And apparently that's all she needs. So there we go.
As long as she's happy, as long as they're happy.
I appreciate that.
That is accurate. Because what are we looking at the same makeup?
Yeah.
Wait, okay. Whose makeup have you done? Because you said she was a celebrity makeup artist.
Yes.
So run down your resume, because
come on, give it to her, Para, because she's not a believer.
Well, yeah, I've worked on several shows. I worked at Tyler Perry Studios. I worked for Lovecraft Country. I was key makeup for Women of the Movement. A movie that's gonna come out, produced by Denzel Washington. One of his sons directed it.
Run down
and
the
I
resume.
ran the makeup department for that. So yeah.
Head makeup.
Okay. How long, start to finish, does it take you to do one face?
Someone else's or mine?
Yours.
For me, maybe like 30 minutes or less, because I know my own face.
And I would say it's not even a lot of makeup on. I mean, that's what she's saying. Like it's as
easy.
if it's a lot,
quick.
But just pipe a little blush and
a little contour and highlight.
Little contour and just
little lash.
Extend the lash. Yeah,
you
look
make
very
full.
natural.
Thank you.
Yeah,
you know what? I really appreciate that.
I think I'm your biggest.
So first of all, if "fix your face" was a meme,
baby. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now, it appeared to me that she was painting for the people.
Yeah, I think this.
She was painting for the people up in the cheap seats.
I'm not sure if this is a skit or not.
Well, I also feel like she painted like a lot of the drag queens that I've seen.
Well, yeah, because you're a drag queen, but if you're a makeup artist for a movie.
But what I'm saying is they paint for the lighting that they're in. So if she was in, the light that she was in would finish off the makeup and make it look even better. That's all I'm saying. So
that thick ass, that eyebrow had dimension to it.
Listen, it's almost like at some point my eyebrows are probably gonna turn gray.
Look at this. That's what that makeup was giving. Look at that. You see?
It's a unibrow of a makeup. That's what it's going to be.
Look at that. Look at that. You see that? If you have to extend the ruler to measure the height of your eyebrow, yeah, no.
Yeah, well, Bushi said Lovecraft Country as in the zombie movie.
Exactly.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I cannot.
Don't you walk away from me, you chalk-faced whore.
Where do you want it?
Yard. Next exercise period.
Got it. Oh, God. Oh, God.
See you later. Don't you walk away from me, you chalk-faced whore.
Where do you want it?
Yard. Next exercise period.
Got it. Oh, God. Oh, God.
See you later.
Don't you walk away from me, you chalk-faced whore.
I cannot.
And the quality of the acting in this movie.
I cannot. And then I saw Maximus' comment of talking about Joan Crawford realness.
Very that.
I kept thinking about that scene in Mommy Dearest where she took over Christina's role and she was playing her and she was trying to
and Christina was in the hospital. She's like, but the character's supposed to be 28 years old.
Wait. And then you see Joan doing this thing where she's like, she's reading the cue card and she's like,
But wait a minute. What did she do? She told them cameras to cut. She said, all right. And she said, let's go again. And she said, to be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. I was like, that bitch took a drink and gathered herself together and turned the kids out.
Listen, all I know is this is some sort of cinematic masterpiece.
Yes.
In the Dolomite realm. So that's kind of
very that.
But I mean, hey, I'm just one person, so that's
like exactly, Desmond. I'm waiting for someone, white woman or somebody to be like, to say something crazy. It was like, shut up, you chalk-faced whore.
Listen, now I'm gonna tell you who you need to hear say that. Spiller Boy gets on motherfucking on his channel and starts cussing people out. When he gets to that part, because again, it's one of our favorite movies. Like, shut up, you junkie whore!
Oh, actually, this movie is called Chained Heat from 1983 with Tamara Dobson and Sybil Danning. All right, so I think this is the last one.
Look at her. And she's going to be ashamed of herself coming out looking like that. Hey, girl.
Hey, how you doing?
Fine. I'm on my way to work.
Well, call me when you get home.
Okay. Look at her. And she's going to be ashamed of herself coming out looking like that. Hey, girl.
Hey, how you doing?
Fine. I'm on my way to work.
Well, call me when you get home.
Okay.
I cannot. It's the okay, like no. Okay, like no. Hey, Spiller Boy. He just walked through. He said he just did Chalk Face 4 last week.
Oh, so Chained Heat is one of your favorite movies, Spiller Boy?
Pamper your asshole. Don't let them know you ran through. Pamper your asshole. Don't let them know you ran through. Pamper your asshole. Don't let them know you ran through.
I mean, pamper your asshole. Don't let them know you ran through. I mean, I get it.
I don't know what this feels like. It looks like it's a scrub, but then I'm also sitting there thinking like, is this something internal or external? Like what?
He's supposed to rub it on your booty hole.
Oh my God. Get in this shit, huh? I can't wait. It's about to be magical. Is it in yet? Is it in yet? Oh my God, I can't wait for you to destroy my guts. Is it in yet? Has destruction begun yet?
Bruh.
Oh my God.
Getting in your shit, huh?
I can't wait. It's about to be magical. Is it in yet? Is it in yet? Oh my God, I can't wait for you to destroy my guts. Is it in yet?
I cannot.
Has destruction begun yet?
Bruh.
I cannot. Listen, I give up.
You have lost the ability to can.
I have all the way lost the ability to can because I cannot. I cannot. I've lost.
I actually do have one more for you.
Coochie pink, but a little more often one finds booty hole brown. I would argue that coochie pink and booty hole brown at equal rights. I don't say this often, but I will bet literally everything I own that booty hole brown infinitely more than coochie pink. And it's bets like that landed us in a recession. I can prove it to you, but first, let's just agree. Coochie pink, it is known to be. Yes, coochie pink, but also other colors. Coochie pink, coochie red, burgundy, violet, brown, light brown, acid-washed blue for the aliens in Avatar, and you would know. Oh, Kemsey. Booty hole, however, and I'm no expert, sure you're not. With few exceptions, one can always find that booty hole brown. Do you know, it's rare I find myself able to debunk every word you're saying. Say what? Close your mouth. The original quote from our colleague, Sexy Red, is my coochie pink, my booty hole brown. I don't see how my point is invalid. Error 404, point not found. Okay, mean. She's not commanding all coochies to be pink and booty holes brown like some genital dictator who sits in the Oval Orifice. She's just describing her own coochie and her own booty hole. She's not the rule. She's a member of the coochie and booty hole tapestry. Of course, just as our listeners are, but furthermore, and I'm no expert, sure you're not, she's even confirmed as available on youtube.com that booty hole pink, an outlier. Booty hole denial will not be tolerated on this platform. I'm calling Fauci for his opinion. You're out of order. Like an out-of-stock flip-flop, I'm on order, baby, because coochie pink. But a little more often one finds booty hole brown. I would argue that
You know you loved it. You loved it.
The fact that we have acknowledged Sexy Red as a point of a, I'm sorry, not the point, the topic of a debate.
Mm-hmm. I think we should change her name to Prophetess Sexy Red. Coochie pink, booty hole brown. I mean, need I say more?
I've ran out of cans. I'm unable to can. I'm unable to can. Okay. All right.
All right. So you got some stories for us?
I do. I got a couple stories here. So I would like to hang out on the News of the Weird website. So I found this. Mm-hmm. There's a South Korean model, and I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly. It's AIN. I'm going to say AIN. Also known as Angel Box Girl, is being prosecuted for obscene exposure following incidents last fall. Now, in Seoul and Gangnam, AIN walked through the streets wearing a large cardboard box with holes for her arms and legs, plus two more, which she invited strangers to put their hands in to grope her breasts and other body parts. Naturally, she attracted large crowds that police were called to disperse. It's freedom of expression, she said. I just wanted to market myself. I actually saw many positive reactions with people telling me they support me and applaud my courage. If found guilty,
I applaud her courage too.
Right. If found guilty, she could face a $3,800 fine or up to a year in jail. Listen, I'm going to be watching out for this story to see what happens with this. So I will keep y'all posted. But if this young lady goes to jail, I just...
Free AIN. Oh, Angel Box Girl. Free Angel Box Girl.
Right.
I'm going to get that on a t-shirt.
Right. That's just where we are. Okay. So last week I mentioned a little bit about the this article that I found, which I found interesting, and I kind of mentioned it a little bit, but I was going to bring it out this week as well. The Toronto Sun reported that a woman in Russia, being a female passenger, gave a male stranger oral sex while he sat next to her during a 5-hour airline flight. Now, according to the Britain's Daily Mail, police boarded the plane and detained a woman named Valeria, who's 29, in Moscow to cheers and claps from fellow passengers after it recently landed at the Vnukovo International Airport. Now, on a flight from Antalya to Moscow, a female passenger went on a rampage and orally raped her male neighbor. That's what the Daily Mail quoted. They said she pulled down his trousers and committed violent acts of a sexual nature. The report added that the man eventually stopped resisting while the flight attendants and fellow passengers witnessed the act. So, listen. I'm going to say that. Okay. There's another media report suggesting that the flight attendants waited until the act was over to separate the man and the woman. They said the woman fought back and did not want to leave her newly made companion, which is what Shot Media reported, another website. And according to the reports, the woman may have been intoxicated during the ordeal. She was also accused of scratching a flight crew and smoking an e-cigarette despite being told to stop. Now, in an interview with another media website, Baza Media, the woman claimed she was fined 500 rubles, which is about $5.64 in US dollars for her behavior. Everything was fine, she said. She said, I had a good time on the plane. Well, that's a little more than that. That's what she said. She was also accused of trying to bribe the flight crew, the flight crew, with an American $100 bill to not report her to the authorities. But an attendant crumpled it up, threw it in the trash during the trip, and the woman emptied the garbage bin to retrieve the money. Listen, it is 2024, and I'm sure if you just ask nicely, that young man or any woman or whoever, if you ask nicely and politely, you might have had a chance.
Exactly. The fact that they've been swallowed up.
but listen, the fact that she pulled down his trousers and committed a violent act of a sexual nature, you could have just asked the question, and listen, you might have been surprised that the answer might have been yes. And listen, you may have gotten one or two more than you would have expected. I don't know. But I find this disturbing on one hand, funny on another hand, and then sad on one knee or one foot, I shall say. This is a lot. This is absolutely a lot. So
right, because it wouldn't be. We all recognize that we at least some of us find it somewhat humorous because it was a woman raping a man, and there is no quotes, because the man did not consent to it. But we wouldn't find it funny in the slightest if it had been a man who had pulled up a woman's skirt on a plane, and even if he had orally assaulted her or inserted himself, it wouldn't have been funny in the slightest. So by that token, it's really not funny at all when someone takes advantage of you sexually. But I'm also like, she only got fined $5.64.
$5.64. And here's the sad thing. I can see how some people that are like millionaires and billionaires, how they'd be like, fuck it, just pay it. I don't give a damn. Like, whatever. How much is it? What is it? I gotta pay 500 rubles. Okay, I'll pay it. Matter of fact, I'll give you 1,000. Like, I can see that person being like, I'm being charged what? Okay, let me just go ahead and pay you because they feel like they got a lot of money.
Right.
But that's how some of the attitudes of some of these wickedly rich and billionaires and millionaires and quadrillionaires or whatever, that's some of their attitude, and you can see where it comes from because of this type of crap. But whatever. I do hope that Valeria and the young man are both okay, and that's just what I hope. Because again,
but see, here's the thing. It said, according to the Daily Mail, when they detained the woman, there were cheers and claps from fellow passengers.
Right. But the other thing is, this whole thing is a basic tenet of human nature, and definitely within the BDSM and leather community, of consent. Because like I said, had there been a conversation or an ask, things may have turned out differently on either end.
Yeah.
But it's,
I mean, she's still wrong for blowing the dude in the middle of the plane. At least take him into the bathroom like a lady.
I mean, yeah, I mean, but you know, but again, I just hope that everybody's okay. So that's what I'm gonna say. So
yeah.
So this next story. So listen, this was on CNN. I just found this interesting. The Supreme Court today declined to halt the execution of Alabama death row inmate Kenneth Smith, who is scheduled to be put to death this week using nitrogen gas, a wholly new method some experts have decried as veiled in secrecy amid concerns it could lead to excessive pain or even torture. So now Smith is due to be executed during a 30-hour window starting tomorrow, Thursday, for his part in a 1998 murder for hire. The state 14 months ago aborted an effort to execute him by lethal injection. Now, because officials could not set an intravenous line before the execution warrant expired. So that's why it wound up not happening. Now, before and after that episode, Smith expressed a desire to be executed by nitrogen hypoxia, a method only Alabama, Oklahoma, and Mississippi have approved, and none has used. Only Alabama has outlined a protocol for it. Now, Smith and his attorneys last week asked the Supreme Court to pause the execution so they could argue trying to execute Smith a second time would amount to cruel and unusual punishment, violating the 8th and 14th Amendments. Now, the case, they told High Court, presents important questions regarding the constitutionality of the state of Alabama's second attempt to execute Mr. Smith. Now, Smith's execution would mark only the second time in U.S. history that a state would attempt to execute an inmate a second time after initially failing. And what one Emory University professor said was, it's not that the nitrogen gas won't kill you, but it will kill you in a way that would comport the constitutional requirements that it not be cruel and it not be torture. And that's a question. So this, and his name is Dr. Joel Zivit. He's an associate professor of anesthesiology at Emory University. Listen, it sounds very painful any way you look at it, number one.
Yeah, because you're basically suffocating them with nitrogen gas.
That's literally what you're doing. And what is that movie with, it's an old black and white movie. Was it Lana Turner, I Want to Live, or whatever? They were killing her. They dropped her in the gas chamber or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lethal injection. Sorry that they weren't able to do that for you, but it seems like that's probably, there's a component of the lethal injection where they put you to sleep. And so hopefully you are asleep when all this stuff.
The thing was, with this lethal injection, Alabama, if you read more about this, not in this article, but they tried for like several hours to try to insert a line into this guy. This guy basically almost bled out while they were trying to do this.
And that could be anybody, because your skin, your veins, whatever it is, some people's veins just move around. Like, I'm just amazed that, like, I have a straight line to a vein in both arms, but some people don't. And so that's an issue. But I'm saying, of all the different methods that they could have used, to me, because there's a sleeping piece of it that seems to have been maybe the less cruel. But listen, you are dying either way. So, you know,
Alabama's a good Christian state, so
Well, whatever. So I'm gonna keep my eye out on this, because again, it's supposed to be happening like I said, within the next 30 hours between now and then. So I'll keep you guys posted. If I hear anything, I will definitely let you know. This last article kind of sums up where we are right now. I just want to remind people that we're in an election year. We see that the Orange Menace is already out and about trying to hit the campaign trails. And while he's done 2 or 3 stops, I think he's won 2 of them as far as the popular vote, or just the whole debate, if you will. Keep that in mind when we start talking about where we are in this world right now. So this article that I found on BBC.com is a Ukrainian-born model who's winning Miss Japan reignites the identity debate. Now, a tearful Carolina Shino said in impeccable Japanese after she was crowned Miss Japan on Monday that there have been racial barriers and it has been challenging to be accepted as Japanese. Now, she's a 26-year-old model who was born in Ukraine, moved to Japan at the age of 5, and was raised in Nagoya. And if I'm pronouncing any of these cities wrong, then forgive me. But she is the first naturalized Japanese citizen to win the pageant, but her victory has reignited a debate on what it means to be Japanese. While some recognize her victory as a sign of the times, others have said she does not look like what a quote-unquote Miss Japan should. Her win comes nearly 10 years after Ariana Miyamoto became the first biracial woman to be crowned Miss Japan in 2015. Back then, with a Japanese mother and African-American father, Miss Miyamoto's victory raised questions about whether a person of mixed race should be eligible to win the competition. Now, the fact that Shino has no Japanese parentage has upset some on social media, more like a lot. Now, this is a couple of these people are saying this person who was chosen as Miss Japan is not even a mix with Japanese, but 100% pure Ukrainian. Understand she is beautiful, but this is quote unquote Miss Japan. Where's the Japanese? Where's the Japanesiness? Said a post on X, formerly known as Twitter. Now, another person said if she was half Japanese, sure, no problem, but she's ethnically 0% Japanese and wasn't even born in Japan. That was another comment. Others said that her winning was sending the quote-unquote wrong message to others in this country or in the country. Now, they said, I think that Japanese people naturally would get the wrong message when a European-looking person is called the most beautiful Japanese. Now, others have questioned whether choosing the Ukrainian-born model was a political decision. And they said that if she were born Russian, she wouldn't have won. Not a chance. Obviously, the criteria is now a political decision. What a sad day for Japan, which is what one person said. Now, I brought all that up and compared that to Donald Trump because, again, the parallels to where we are and being woke and what's acceptable and who is what, who is free, who is not free, who is black, who is white, who is whatever, who is Republican, who's a Democrat. All of these factors are raising their head and are going to be bigger factors in this election. We're going to go ahead and just call its ugly name, racism and discrimination and all that other stuff. Because all of these things are being brought up. But it's just funny how this is also brought up as well. And it's interesting that now these are some of the things that are going on. And not that they haven't been going on before, but they're being brought to the spotlight in other countries as well. And some of these people are feeling the same way as some of the people in this country are feeling with this upcoming election. So, something to think about. But I say all that to say, please make sure you go out and vote because this is an election year, and if we do nothing else, please go and vote. I absolutely want you to cast your vote, whatever it is. Play a part in this democracy because if we do not play a part in this democracy, it will end. That is it. That's all I got.
And now it's time for the hootie. The whole hootie. How are we pronouncing this? The hootie. Is that it? The hootie.
We're gonna go with it. Yes. The hootie. The hootie.
All right. So this week's contestant is this week's feature is Coleman Domingo.
Per special request, we talked about color purples, and we're going to bring him up here, and we're going to put this out. So any other requests, please let us know, because we're going to try to spotlight somebody every single week on what they, because again, it's all about those hoes who turn it. That's where we at.
Exactly.
Who turn it. So people that are in the news, that are doing stuff, they turn it. And it doesn't, it could be fashion, it could be, but they need to turn it, whatever it is. So any nomination, we will definitely take them and look them over. But this week, after last week, we talked about color purple, we're going into Coleman Domingo. Listen,
I love a good monochrome suit, and this is a cute look.
Yes, the monochromatic look is amazing, especially when it's done right. Now, it would have been nice had he had a continued it down to the shoe in some way, even though there's some accents in it, and it's fine, but it would have set it off to me.
Yeah, I also don't like wide leg pants, so there's that.
Okay. This is his Oscar look. Now,
I don't care for this.
What I've noticed, first of all, I think he's a handsome young man, and I found out that I didn't really know he was actually his
Afro-Cuban, I think,
right, Guatemalan, and he grew up in Philadelphia, and he went to the same high school as Will Smith.
Brian.
So it's like, all right, cool. I like this, but I'm drawn into the feet because I'm noticing that Coleman Domingo has some big ass goddamn feet. And this shoe,
and I generally don't like pointy toe shoes like this and it's, you know what, the shoe it's got that white inset with.
That's what it is. It's not a pointy toe shoe. It's that the design is but baby's making them feet look huge.
Yeah.
Not that they're small, but I'm just saying. But anyway, but it was, it was from the elbows up. I think he looks nice.
The suit looks like it's too short for me
because he has long arms.
Yeah. But I mean, he got enough money or know enough designers to get a custom tailored suit.
So this is that same look at white. Now, listen, what I am going to talk about is I do not like these Comfort Stride shoes, these Comfort Stride pumps he have on. I do not like these things. And I feel like he has them in like every single color. Baby, I do not like it. They got a little heel on them and they got a little Comfort Stride. They got a little padding in it. I ain't liking it. Hey, Brian Norman, what's going on?
Yeah,
how are you?
About this suit, it just feels like it's too short. Like it should be longer. Like it should come down a little bit more. Or it's either that or the double breasting gives it the illusion of being too short.
It's too. So some of it is that we have these new style guides for smaller people. Especially when we start talking about European cut and slim cut and everything else, it's short and it's tight and it's compact and it's fit. Like, for me, the jacket could have been longer, and I think it would have looked more tailored because it would have brought it up out of underneath his chest down to his waist, the buttoning. Mm-hmm. But hey, I'm but I do think he looks good in white. That's what I will say.
Yes.
While this is not necessarily one of my favorites, I feel like it's a altogether good look.
Yeah.
And I'm saying good as in okay. This is very casual for me. I see him just, like this is good. Like I think this is cool. And again, he's doing the monochromatic thing. So I'm good with it.
This is going to brunch with my husband.
Yeah, like I'm good with it. I actually like this.
I love this.
Yeah. So him and Corey Hawkins, I like the fact that they're both in gray or whatever, but I love Coleman's fit.
Now,
like,
Corey's suit fits terribly.
Yeah, well, yeah. But I like Coleman's fit. I like the way it's everything put together. You got the jacket over, and again, it's showing off his face and his lips for me, which I think are some of the best attributes about him right now. That's
mm-hmm.
I love
this suit.
Yeah, this suit was actually cute. To me, it seemed like he felt comfortable in this suit in particular. So I'm happy with this. And this was actually at the Golden Globes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, listen.
My favorite look, flawless.
I'm not even going to say nothing else about this.
Slay.
He listen. This is a look for me, and I'm here for it. And I know plenty of motherfuckers.
I just want to touch that throat.
I know plenty of motherfuckers in this chat that will turn this out. But I also know plenty of motherfuckers that's gonna feel the same way about me. Again, these Comfort Strides in gold, baby. I can't deal with these Comfort Strides, baby. I just can't.
I like the shoe, and I like that the shoe matches the outfit.
I like that the shoe matches the outfit. I just don't like this Comfort Stride. I don't like it. It's a shoe boot with a comfort. And I believe this is Valentino.
Yes, and I mean, just this coat is everything for me.
This is a cute casual look. Like you said, he went to brunch with his husband. I think now he's like, listen, I'm going to run to the mall and I'm going to go pick up something real quick and I'll be right back.
Yes.
But as you know, he's starring in Rustin, and he also is, I believe he's up for an Oscar for Rustin as well.
For Rustin, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This look.
So here's my thing. He loves a crop cut suit, and crop cut suits went out of style in the 90s because I had a crop cut suit my sophomore year. So what does that tell you? That was 1990, 91. This look is just not looking for me anymore.
I do think that for him, it could work. It's not my style, but hey, that's all I got. Again, again, that comfort stride, I couldn't deal with that. Now, listen.
This does not work for me. This is
not one of my favorite looks.
Hated it.
Yeah, it's not one of my favorite looks, but this is what he wore to the Color Purple, one of the Color Purple premieres, and I was just like, okay.
I feel like he need to pull Fantasia aside and be like, does your stylist do men as well? Because my looks ain't hitting. That one Valentino look was hitting.
That was the best look I've seen him in so far. And Eccentric, you need to shut. He really looked like he'd be coming to pick you up in his Seville. Bitch. Bitch. Wait a minute. But Eccentric, he got the roaster top on that bitch too.
Right.
And he probably got the one that got the half a tire in the back.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, I can't. Okay, I can't. All right, I can't.
All right, well, let's wrap this up and get into some beautiful bean footage.
Yes.
Yes, Eccentric with the antenna hanging off the bumper. There we go.
Baby, Eccentric, you know what? Listen, I can't even listen. All I got is nothing but laughter because, baby, listen, I know exactly. Baby, my stepfather was a caddy person. He loved Cadillacs. He loved the Broham, the long Sevilles. Like, he loved those. I mean,
bars on a Cadillac Brougham.
The Brougham, yeah, he liked those. My mom liked the Sevilles, but
you remember that song?
What?
B stands for Bronco, BMW based Bengals, and a pair of bars. We see that running down the aisle, you act like me a star. But girls of the world that we call big girls like bars on the Cadillac Brougham.
Listen, I remember that, but I never knew none of the words of it. But in that same vein, like I was gonna say also, my stepfather, some of his little buddies that he hang out, they was all of them was OGs. Like, they was all old players. That's all they did. They all they just sat back, collect their little checks, and bought their little cars. But baby, some of his crew had their hats on to be pimped, cocked to the side, and HC-dudes, they had their little wallets and shit. Wallet be about this motherfucking thick, and they ain't nothing in it but just motherfucking cards and shit. But the wallet be this motherfucking thick in their back pocket. They got a cigarette in their hand or a cigar somewhere. They got a lot of cologne on. They feel like they dress every day. They
on air freshener.
Listen, they motherfucking jeans is creased.
Had a crease in them.
Had a crease in it, and they had on shoes with the motherfucking jeans, and they had a sweater on, and they got one gold chain, one motherfucking bracelet, and they got pinky rings. Listen, I got it. I listen. I know, and I see it, and I hear them, and I smell them.
Yes,
it's just a lot of it. It's a lot of it.
It's a mixture of cigar smoke and Dracar Noir.
Baby, yes, it is. Listen, all of that. So yes, I know them. I know these people very well. That's why I'm laughing.
Well, as we close it out, we got to go back.
This is what love feels like. I don't want it. If this is what love feels like, you can receive it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. You can have it. You can have it. You can have it.
And one for the road. Oh, wait a minute. What happened?
I don't know. Did the road get us? Charles, your dinner ready. I hate you, Michelle. She looked in the camera. She said, "No, shake that ass for me."
There you go.
Bitch.
Hands on your knees.
Bitch. No, shake that ass for me.
Well, all right. It's been another fun week. This is exactly the relax that I need to get me over the hump on hump day.
Yes,
and down into the weekend. So
as we listen, we get ready to slide down a dinosaur back. We got what 16 more working hours, and then we out.
Hallelujah.
Yep. So, but listen, as always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you guys. Please send us your suggestions for the hoes out here that's turning it. Email us or hit us and inbox us on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, everywhere you see us. Let us know who you're thinking about, so we can try to get it together for you guys. And then also, please don't forget, and for those of you in the super fans group and everything else, put some names in the chat for what I'm going to name the Gay Boy Studio B. And it's a couple different ones. Tyra was leading the pack. She had some L stuff. We had the C stuff. She also had the Penis Palace and a couple other places. So come on, give me some of these, because I'm gonna go ahead and give a grand unveiling, and I might even do a sign at some particular point. So I'm gonna make sure we get everybody involved.
Yes, God, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We love you all coming to join us from Facebook, and we will continue to stream to Facebook. But we need you to like, share, and subscribe to our our YouTube channel. That is youtube.com/the BGKH show. That's youtube.com/THEBGKHSHOW, the BGKH show. So we look forward to seeing you. And don't forget to hit that share button and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you get notified when we go live or when we post new content.
Right. And listen, we try to post, we'll let you know if this stuff's going to go on or if it's not going to go on or whatever. We try to keep you guys informed because, life does happen. Things do come up. We are not artificially AI generated. We are actual people. So crap does happen and we can control it, but then some things we can't control. So we try to up in the noosphere. That's what we're going to call it. So we're going to try to keep y'all in the know. So, but listen, again, thank y'all for spending y'all time with us. You could be doing anything else. In fact, I need to go cook some dinner at this particular point, but we definitely appreciate you all coming in tonight. So let's keep the fun rolling next week and all year long. So,
hallelujah. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you, and good night.